Attention, Star Cadets! Stand by for action! Captain Paxar says prepare to travel time and soar through space while facing the worst villains of the past and the future. Stand by for Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour.
Greetings, Star Cadets! I, Captain Paxar, am speaking to you from the secret headquarters of the Interdimensional Peace Force. Today we continue our investigation of the PROTEUS case, as Commander Buzz Cory and the Space Patrol believe they have the evil Mr. Proteus trapped on Venus, possibly ending his plan to destroy the economy of the United Worlds. Stand by for action as the Space Patrol fights to prevent the escape of Mr. Proteus.
Space Patrol! High adventure in the wild, vast reaches of space. Missions of daring in the name of interplanetary justice. Travel into the future with Buzz Corry, Commander-in-Chief of the Space Patrol.
Space Patrol is presented by Nestle's Ever-Ready Cocoa in the bright red can and those terrific Nestle's chocolate bars. I'm listening.
Major Robertson is my prisoner. He's hidden where you'll never find him. Now get this. If you ever want to see him alive again, you'll guarantee safe passage out of this building and off Venus. For Marco and me and the money. Now speak up, Cory. Major Robertson's life depends on your answer.
Stand by for exciting action on the escape of Mr. Proteus in just one moment. Venus, home of the Matsun Atomic Products Company. It is here that Buzz Cory has concentrated his forces in an effort to put to an end the big swindle perpetrated by Mr. Proteus, director of the United Planets Fissionable Materials Council. It is here, on Venus, in Matsung's office, that he cornered the wily Mr. Proteus, only to discover that he had slipped through his fingers again by employing another disguise. So adept and swift is the evil swindler at changing his appearance that he's managed to elude detection on Terra, Mercury, and Venus, and has escaped with 6 billion United Planets credits.
6 billion credits? Smoking rockets, Commander. I didn't know the United Planets had that much money.
There's 6 billion less if we don't find Proteus. Commander, I checked with Major Caldwell. He set up an airtight security at the spaceport. Proteus will never get off Venus. Good. Did Carol go with him? Yes, sir. Oh, and they put the Matsun money in a safe place, too.
Oh, what a slippery character that Proteus is. You know, he could be standing right next to you and you wouldn't even recognize him. See, right now I can imagine I hear his voice.
It's not your imagination, Happy. All right, Proteus, what's on your mind?
Before I left Venus, I wanted to thank you for the use of your guard's helmet in making my escape. And I wanted to tell you goodbye, Commander. I'll be blasting off in a few seconds.
Oh, it's very interesting.
How does it feel, Cory? How does it feel to know that I've escaped right from under your nose again,
Robbie?
Yes, sir.
Let's increase the guard around this building. We'll throw a cordon around it so tight that we can't even get out.
But, Commander, shouldn't we be headed for the spaceport? I mean, if Proteus is about to blast off, shouldn't we stop him?
He's not at the spaceport, Happy.
But, Commander, he just said
I don't care what he said. The Major Caldwell commanding the forces there, he doesn't have a chance to blast off.
Well, then where is he?
Right here in this building.
How do you know that?
He just told me so.
Huh?
That call was another Proteus trick to draw us away. Can you think of any reason why he'd want us to leave here unless he were still here himself?
You know, sir, I think you're right.
Sure. Hiding out in the last place you'd expect to find him. That's Proteus, all right. And I'll bet he's got Marco with him.
I'll check the outside guard right now, sir. Don't, Robbie, make sure the building's cleared of all personnel. Got it. I'm sending a couple of squad leaders right away. Yes, sir. Now, wait, Hap, you stay here with me. We'll set up headquarters right here in Matsung's office. Take your squads and conduct a thorough search of every room and office in this building. You start with the first floor and work your way up. You start with this floor and work your way down, that's all.
Yes, sir. Gee, Commander, I wonder where they could be hiding. This is an awful big building.
Mr. Proteus. Mr. Proteus.
Yes, Marco, what is it?
It didn't work.
What do you mean it didn't work?
I mean, Corry doesn't believe we're at the spaceport. They've doubled the security guard around the building. They evacuated everybody who works here. It's going to be impossible to escape from this building. We're trapped.
Marco, we're not trapped.
The place is swarming with security guards.
Ah, yes, but we have a friend who's going to see that we get out.
Friend? Who?
The chief maintenance engineer of this building.
Oh, but Mr. Proteus.
Ah, not Proteus.
Gimpy, the maintenance engineer.
The harmless old duffer who's going to get rid of Commander Cory. But first... Hide that money where I told you to. We can't have them finding that.
Every floor has been searched.
All right, take your squad and work your way clear up to the top, and don't miss anything.
Yes, sir.
Well, thin air couldn't get through that cordon of guards out there. Is everyone out of the building?
Yes, sir, all except one.
Who's that?
It's an old character. Calls himself Gimpy.
Gimpy.
Yeah, chief engineer of the building. Offers his services. Says he knows the entire building. Well, figures he can help us out, so I told him he could stay.
Building engineer. How was he dressed?
Just coveralls, cap.
Where is he now?
Outside, sir.
Good, have him come in.
Yes, sir.
All right, come in, young fella. I'm Commander Cory, Mr.
Just call me Gimpy, Captain. It's on account of my leg. Hurt it 10 years ago, right here on the job. Seems like only yesterday, though. Never forget it. I was climbing around on top of the atmosphere plant washing tank. That's where we keep the water for washing.
Excuse me, Gimpy, I'd like to ask a favor.
As I say, the water is used for cleaning the air as it... Favor? Well, sure, Captain.
Commander.
Commander, anything I can do.
Do you have any more work clothes like those you're wearing?
Like these? Ain't very clean, are they? But we get kind of dirty working around in the basement.
Do you have more?
Sure, all my men wear them.
Could you fit the three of us?
Huh?
Major Robertson, Cadet Happy, and me. Can you fit us with work clothes like you and your crew wear?
Well, why didn't you say it's what you wanted? Of course I can. Got a whole storeroom full of them down in the basement.
Robbie, go with him. Bring back the outfits.
Yes, sir.
Commander, what are you going to do with those outfits?
To try to beat Proteus at his own game of disguise. We can move around the building easier if you look like part of the maintenance crew. Maybe we can get closer to Proteus and his friend Marco.
Didn't hear nothing?
Sounded like it came from there, the atmosphere washing plant.
Oh, it was probably just the sound of the water. There's a big water tank in there, 30 feet deep. You mind, I was telling you, that's where I hurt my leg.
anybody in here. Must have just been the water.
What sounded more like footsteps.
Now, how could it be steps when ain't nobody to make them?
Must be an answer somewhere.
Good work, Michael. Let's drag him into the storeroom. These ought to do for the commander.
What are these for?
Commander Cory and his cadet. Yeah. And these ought to just about be right for the cadet.
Yeah, it's a pretty good fit, Commander. How's yours?
That'll do.
Yeah.
Here, try these. Skippy, where did you say Major Robertson was?
Oh, he thought he heard a noise. Took off down the corridor. Said I should come back here with the clothes. Told me to get right back there, though. Maybe I could show him the layout down there.
All right, thanks.
Oh, glad to be a help.
Maintenance engineer Happy reporting for duty, sir. Where do we start?
Well,
The entire building has been covered. Nothing remains but the basement.
Major answer, Hap.
The basement?
Yes. Maybe Robbie is on the track of something. Let's go.
Cory! This is Proteus. Listen, and listen carefully.
I'm listening.
Major Robertson is my prisoner.
At ease, Star Cadets! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment! Stand by for action, Star Cadets! We now return to Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
He's hidden where you'll never find him. Now get this. If you ever want to see him alive again, you will guarantee safe passage out of the building and off Venus. For Marco and me and the money. Now speak up, Cory. Major Robertson's life depends on your answer.
Commander, what are we going to do? Maybe they really do have Major Robertson.
Come on, Cory, let's have your answer.
Proteus, this building is completely surrounded. You know as well as I do you haven't a chance to escape. I'm warning you. For your own safety, you better make sure that nothing happens to Major Robertson. Very sure.
Blasted fool, Cory. Didn't work. It didn't work. And that's the second plan you've had that failed.
Shut up or I'll see that something happens to you.
Well, what are we going to do?
I'm not through yet. And I think Major Robertson is still going to get us out of here.
Somebody's coming.
Cory and Cadet. I'm glad to see you.
What's up?
In there, heard somebody talking at first. Then it sounded like a fight.
Say, Mr. Gimpy, haven't I seen you someplace before? iffy someplace before, but I hadn't. He just reminded me of somebody else. Ben, the watchman at the Halifax plant.
Captain, you're right.
Sure. I knew I'd think of it before very long. Commander, Ben was...
Yes, Hazard. Ben, the watchman, was actually Proteus in disguise.
Well, then that means that...
That means we've been talking to Proteus again without knowing it.
And he even helped us. Smoking rockets, a lot of good of these disguises they're doing. He's the guy that gave them to us. Hey!
We got work back. Not the rope piece. Take his coats off. Take it. I'll take him.
Watch Marco. Ronnie's in the tank. Get him out, but don't let him get away.
You'll be all right now. Smoking rockets, Commander. What's been going on?
Cory here.
This is Captain Clark, sir. Major Robertson just left the building. Wanted me to tell you you'll find Proteus in the washing plant tank.
All right, Captain Cory. What did he say? Robbie left the building?
I didn't even know you'd found Major Robertson, sir.
I didn't. Proteus was in the tank, but how did Robbie know about that? And why did he leave the building? Something doesn't make sense.
Where are you going? The washing plant. Oh, well, wait for me, all right?
God, what in blazes?
What's the matter, Cadet? Well, I can't be.
Are you all right, Robbie?
Yeah. I wonder. Hey, give me a hand.
Okay.
Commander, what's going on in there?
Hang on to it. Cap, I found Robbie and the guard I left here. They were both knocked out. Also found the 6 billion credits.
No, I really am confused.
But I think it makes sense now. This, after the captain called me.
Yeah, he said Major Robertson left the building.
Proteus left the building disguised as Robbie.
Oh, no, not again.
He left that message to the captain so we'd find Robbie. He'd have the last laugh. That answers all my questions, Cap.
Oh, wait a minute, Commander, there's one more question.
What's that?
Will you come back here and untie me now?
In just a moment, a preview of next week's exciting Space Patrol adventure, which will be brought to you by Rice Checks and Wheat Checks in the red and white checkerboard packaging. Have you tried Checks? Man, oh man, what cereals. Tops.
And how? Tops for taste. Right, Hap?
And Checks are bite-sized, too. Just the right size for a spoon.
So they're tops for size. Right, Hap?
And hey, Checks are tops for get up and go.
Yeah, a good breakfast of rice checks or wheat checks and Zoe, you're on your way. Right, Hap? See what I mean? Hap's already on his way.
So, Space Patrollers, try Checks today. This is Rice Checks, crisp, shredded rice biscuits you'll really go for. This is Wheat Checks, keen and delicious shredded whole wheat. So come on, gang, try Checks today. Tops for taste, tops for size, tops for get up and go. Don't wait. Get Checks today. Checks, the cereals with the free Space Patrol trading card inside. And now, a scene from next week's exciting adventure, Mr. Proteus and the Poison Gas.
You see this, Corey? There's enough explosive here to blow this compartment to bits, to make a real mess of it. And of anybody who happens to be in it. Your cadet is gonna be in it. Unless you take me to the place where you hid that money right now. Well, Corey, is it a deal? Speak up. The cadet's life or the money? Which is it?
Be sure to see what happens when Buzz and Happy go on the trail of an accomplice named Esteban and encounter Mr. Proteus and the Poison Gas next week on Space Patrol.
Star Cadets, the first phase of our mission was a rousing success. Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment.
Welcome back, Star Cadets. I, Captain Paxar, will now brief you on the second phase of our special mission. Our investigation of the PROTEUS case continues as Commander Buzz Corry and crew have recovered the 6 billion credits stolen by the evil Mr. Proteus, leading him to exact deadly revenge. Stand by for action as the Space Patrol faces Mr. Proteus and the poison gas.
Space Patrol! High adventure in the wild, vast reaches of space. Missions of daring in the name of interplanetary justice. Travel into the future with Buzz Corry, Commander-in-Chief of the Space Patrol. Brought to you by the Checkerboard Super Cereals. Wheat Chex, Rice Chex, and good hot roastin'.
Hey, Commander, the Space Patrol blew...
Stand by for exciting action on Mr. Proteus and the poison gas in just one moment. Hop, hop, hop. Look where this bunny landed. Right in the middle of a keen-tasting salad. It's the Funny Bunny Salad, featuring cling peaches and cottage cheese with crispy, crunchy rye crisp to make it taste even better. Have Mom get the free Funny Bunny recipe and these 3 delicious products at her grocer's today. Buzz Cory has succeeded in upsetting the elaborate scheme of Mr. Proteus to swindle the United Planets out of billions of credits. Although Mr. Proteus, the master of disguise himself, has managed to escape, Buzz has recovered all of the money. Now, aboard his fast battlecruiser Terra 5, Buzz is speeding back to Terra with Cadet Happy and the 3 metal cases containing 6 billion credits.
I'll be glad to get that safely back to Terra.
Yeah, there's no telling how many men Mr. Proteus has got working for him. I'll bet he tries to get it back from us before we can get it to the vaults on Terra.
I wouldn't be surprised.
What are we going to do, sir?
I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm going to check that money, make sure it's all still there. Take over, Happy.
Well, yeah, but Commander, don't... Smoking rockets. The 2 of us all alone with 6 billion credits.
And on Terra itself, at Space Patrol headquarters, Carol Carlisle, daughter of the Secretary General, enters Buzz's central office.
Space Patrol headquarters calling Terra 5. Space Patrol headquarters to Terra 5.
Cadet Happy aboard Terra 5. Is that you, Carol?
Yes, Hap. I just got word that you're on your way in and that you have the money with you.
Carol, please don't use that word.
Well, what's the matter, Hap?
Somebody might hear us.
On this private channel?
Well, I don't care if it is a private channel. The way that guy, Mr. Proteus, gets around, it wouldn't surprise me if he was monitoring.
Well, when will you be back in?
Oh, we'll be landing in a couple minutes. Why don't you meet us?
All right, Hap, I will. And don't worry, you'll get the money back safe and no one will know about it.
Nobody but the 2 of us.
Who are you? How did you get in here? What do you want? You're not a Space Patrol.
Try that again, it'll be the last sound you'll ever make. Now, you and I are going to keep each other company until Cory gets here with the money.
I know who you are. The disguise doesn't fool me. You're Proteus, that's who you are, Proteus.
Here we are, Commander. Okay, here we are. Right. Let's go. Put the money on the desk, Cap. I'll get the light. Right. Hey, Commander, we got company.
You heard what he said? Put the money on the desk.
Carol. But what about this one?
I'll take that one.
Fine. Hey. Nice work, Commander. Watch him, Hap. Are you all right, Carol?
Oh, yes, Buzz, but I was so worried. I couldn't warn you. Proteus was here when I came in the office. He heard me talking to Hap on the spaceophone.
Proteus? Sure, that's Proteus, all right. All right, Mr. Proteus. You thought you could fool us again with one of your disguises, huh? I'll admit you had us guessing a couple times, but not this time. No, sir. Not with that phony nose. Commander, that nose is real. This isn't Proteus. All right, where is Proteus? Where's he hiding?
Patty, come here.
Hey, Commander, he's getting away. Hold it, Hap. But, Commander, he's got one of the boxes, the money.
He's got to catch him.
Let him get a head start.
Head start, Commander, you sound like you wanted him to get away.
I did. That's why I called you back. Now we can follow him. Maybe he'll lead us directly to Proteus.
Sure. Why didn't I think of that?
Buzz, you're risking all that money. There must be 2 billion credits in that one case.
Speaking of money, you stay here and watch the rest of it. Come on, Patty.
Oh, Buzz, come back. You can't leave.
CB2Y21 calling CB3X43, come in. Esteban calling Proteus, come in.
We could run circles around that crate, Commander.
Be careful you don't get within his viewscope range. We don't want him to spot us till we know where he's headed.
Yes, sir.
But Mr. Proteus, I barely managed to get away with one of the money cases.
We'll discuss the matter further when we rendezvous in space. You know my position. I'm waiting for you.
I'll be coupling to your ship in a matter of minutes.
Throttle back. That's it, all right. I'll rendezvous in space. He's lowering his magnetic coupler to another ship right now.
Commander, do you really think they could be Proteus?
I'm sure of it. Pull in toward them slowly, Hap.
It's about time. I heard as fast as I could. Only one case.
But there are 2 billion credits in that one. More than a dozen men could spend in a lifetime.
You stupid, blundering fool. You stupid, blundering fool. You risked your life for this? Oily rags, flight report cards, printed circuits, supplies from a first aid kit. Junk, nothing but junk.
I don't understand.
Well, then I'll explain it to you.
Commander Cory aboard Terra 5, moving spaceship number CV3X43. Come in.
He's here. He's standing off a few hundred feet. What are we going to do?
Shut up, let me think.
We know you're there, Proteus. You're under arrest. Stand by to be boarded. Let me warn you. Any tricks and you'll take a missile.
He's phoning this ship, not yours. That means this is the one he'll board. But we'll be up in yours when he does.
But what good will that do? My ship can't outrun the Terra 5.
No? You see these?
What are you going to do? What are they?
Tiny gas bombs. They're set off by electricity, and they contain just enough gas to fill a room.
You mean you're going to plant them in here for Cory?
Now you're getting smart.
But we'll be up on my ship. How can we set them off?
The trouble with you is you have no imagination. I'll wire them to the spaceophone speaker. Then when Cory gets aboard, I'll simply call him from your ship, that is.
You mean that when your voice comes through the speaker, that'll explode the gas bombs?
Esteban, you know, sometimes you're positively brilliant.
Okay, Hap. Bring her up under Proteus' ship and magnetize to its hull.
Here we go, sir.
He's magnetized to our hull.
Oh,
We're beginning aboard.
That's all right. We're all finished. We've got plenty of time. They're just coming through Terra 5's hatch now.
Are you sure it'll work?
Of course I'm sure. A few seconds after Cory hears my voice, those gas bombs will go off.
Why don't you call them?
Patience, Esteban. We've got to be sure they've had time enough to remove their helmets.
There's no one up front. That's only mean one thing.
Yeah, they're up there in the other ship.
Let's go.
Now, Esteban.
Now, Commander Cory, welcome aboard my ship.
At ease, Star Cadets! Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour will be back in a moment! Stand by for action, Star Cadets! We now return to Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour!
That's Buzz Cory. Leave me behind to guard a bunch of junk, will he? This is Space Patrol Headquarters calling Space Control. I want Commander Cory's blast-off course.
Look at this, Cory. Flight report cards, oily rags, printed circuits, supplies from a first aid kit, but all from a spaceship. You switched it aboard your ship, didn't you?
Did I?
That money is still aboard Terra 5.
Then why don't you go find it?
I've got a better idea. You're going to find it for me.
You won't get it that way, Proteus.
Oh, maybe not. But I think I will. This way. You see that, Cory? There's enough explosive here to make a mess out of this compartment and everybody who happens to be in it. And your cadet is going to happen to be in it. Now, you're going to your ship with us. This explosive will be rigged to the spaceophone, just as the gas bombs were. And if you don't take us right to the place where you hid the money, I'll set it off by merely making a call through my miniature spaceophone. You get the picture, Cory?
Calling Commander Cory aboard Terra 5. Cory aboard Terra 5 come in.
Don't try anything, Cory. Just lead us to the money.
This way.
Now show us the money. Be quick about it.
All right, it's in here.
Oh, give it to me, give it to me. Hey, Nick!
Answer me. Maybe he's on another ship. Calling CV2Y21, come in. CV2Y21, come in. I'll try another ship.
Oh, Commander, am I glad to see you. I'm glad to see you didn't get any spaceship phone calls.
Calling spaceship CB3X43. Buzz Cory, are you aboard that ship? If you are, you'd better answer me. The very idea of leaving me behind to guard a bunch of old oil rags. I was never so
Come on now, we gotta get back aboard Terra 5 before they come through.
Along with 4 billion credits, and then I found out there was nothing in them but a bunch of junk.
Hey, Stefan, snap out of it.
Mr. Proteus, what are you doing? Fixing this ship so it won't fly. Get your helmet on. We gotta get out of here.
Here, hang on to this. Hey. Smoking rockets, Commander. That's where the money is. Hey, if you don't mind my saying so, that sure is a suitable place to hide it.
left them right here.
I wonder where they could have gone, sir.
Uh-oh.
What is it, Commander?
Somehow they managed to slip around us. We got back aboard Esteban's ship. They're blasting off right now.
Should go after them?
Right, after them.
They won't have a chance of getting away from good old Terra 5. Did I say good old Terra 5? The rockets won't fire.
And here's why.
This time I know where you are, Buzz Cory. I saw you come back aboard Terra 5. And if you think you're going to get away with that trick you pulled on me, you have another thing coming. The very idea of making me stay behind to watch those 2 cases full of junk. Why, I hardly know what to say. I had no idea. Just to think that my voice coming in over that spacephone could have meant that Happy could have been blown up. Oh, you'll never know how sorry I am. Will you forgive me, please?
Well, I don't know. I really shouldn't, you know, but, well, maybe if you apologize just once more.
I wasn't talking to you. I was apologizing to Buzz about the way I acted for being left behind with those 2 cases.
But, you know, I'm the one that... Well, smoking rockets. Some days you just can't win.
Now seen from next week's exciting adventure, The Revenge of Mr. Proteus.
Smoking rockets, Commander. It's a bomb. A time bomb. And it's ticking. Stop. It's going to go off.
Be sure to see what happens when Buzz and Happy encounter The Revenge of Mr. Proteus. Next week on Space Patrol.
Great job, Star Cadets! The Captain will debrief you in a moment when Captain Paxar's Star Cadet Hour returns!
You've all served with valor and honor, Star Cadets, but our extended mission continues. The Space Patrol and I, Captain Paxar of the Interdimensional Peace Force, salute you. You may now stand down until we meet again at the appointed time coordinates, when we will again undertake a daring mission through time, space, and alternate dimensions. Until then, Star Cadets, always remember, keep the peace.